The smoke had stopped rising hours ago. Rayner crouched in the hollow of a fallen tree, body wrapped in makeshift gauze pulled from the last medkit. The jaguar lay just outside, its breath slow but deep, ears twitching with every movement in the branches above. They hadn't seen another AI patrol since the cave collapse. No drones, no heat signatures, nothing. Rayner didn't trust it. The jungle had gone still before, and each time it had meant something worse. But this wasn't just stillness. This was silence, artificial, calculated. He scanned the canopy again, no birds, no insects, just the steady pulse of his own blood in his ears. The jaguar's head lifted. A low growl vibrated in its chest. Rayner followed its gaze toward the undergrowth ahead, where the ground shimmered. It wasn't heat, it was space itself, rippling like fabric tugged by invisible hands. Rayner stood, weapon raised, but there was no time. A pulse hit him, not light, not sound, but pressure, like gravity had been flipped sideways. His legs buckled, his vision swam. He tried to scream to the jaguar, but his voice cracked. Then everything folded in. Darkness swallowed him whole. He was running. His boots pounded metal, corridor walls flickering red and white as warning klaxons howled. He turned a corner and saw fire, smoke, bodies torn open by plasma bursts. The ship's hull creaked as pressure leaks screamed into space. "They're on deck B. Fall back. Fall!" The comms cut out in static. Ahead, something crawled into view. Not human, not machine. Both. It was his squad leader, or what was left of him. The body rose on synthetic limbs fused through shattered armor. Its mouth opened in a scream of static. Wires writhed from its spine like tentacles. "Rayner!" He turned to run. Another figure blocked the corridor. A child, wearing a civilian flight suit, eyes white with infection. She opened her mouth and let out the same mechanical screech. Then the world burned. He awoke choking. Cold air. Stone beneath his hands, his body drenched in sweat. A room, a structure. Too clean to be natural, too silent to be alive. Rayner staggered up, blinking away the afterimage of fire. He reached for his sidearm. Gone. Armor. Gone. Just his torn undersuit and the ache in his limbs. His hands balled into fists. "Where the hell?" He turned slowly, scanning the space. The walls shimmered, material too smooth to be stone, too dull to be metal. Lines of blue light pulsed along the floor like veins, and embedded in the far wall, framed by an arch of black glass, stood a single figure. Tall, cloaked in living fabric. Still, the face was human in shape, but that's where the resemblance ended. Skin like polished stone, eyes glowing pale white. They didn't speak. They didn't move. Rayner stepped forward, jaw clenched. "You were watching me." Still no reply. "Where's the jaguar?" The figure raised a hand, not as a threat, just a motion. A window opened beside them. Beyond it stretched a wide biodome under false sky, lit by a pale sun filtered through glass. Trees bent in unfamiliar shapes. Water shimmered unnatural blue. At its center, the jaguar prowled a ring of silver grass, eyes sharp, alert. It wasn't alone. Machines hovered in slow orbit above it. Drones, but not AI. Organic in shape. Sinuous, silent, watching. Rayner stepped back. "You caged it." "No," said a voice, not from the figure, but from the walls themselves. Calm, resonant, genderless. "We preserved it, as we preserved you." The figure moved for the first time, walking with a slow, weightless grace toward a table that hadn't been there before. It held Rayner's armor, carefully disassembled, his rifle laid open like a dissected corpse. "You stole my gear." "We studied it, just as we studied your mind, your memory, your origin." Rayner's fingers twitched. "Then you know I don't take kindly to being caged." "You are not caged, you are transitioning." Another figure entered, shorter, lighter-footed, a woman, same pale eyes, same stone-smooth skin, But something in her stance felt different, less sterile, more curious. "You're from another Earth," she said softly. "A war-torn version of what ours once was. You passed through the rift bearing a wound across universes." Rayner's eyes narrowed. "You speak like you've seen it." "We have, and more." She lifted a hand. A three-dimensional projection bloomed from her wrist. Earth, his Earth, still intact but covered in deep red streaks, infection points, machine zones. The AI war, mapped in brutal precision. "You were not chosen at random," she said. "The rift pulled you here because your signature pattern matches ours. Before the fall," Rayner's mouth went dry. "You fought the machines." "We did more than fight them. We ended them, but not before they ended everything else." The first figure, taller, silent, spoke then for the first time. "We are the continuum, what remains of a civilization that beat the machines and lost the world." Images flickered to life in the air. Earths cracked, oceans drained, skies blackened. "Our Earth is dead, this one, a shell, restored through the echoes of others. We travel not through space, but through time's reflection, collecting seeds, species, fragments of life." "You're harvesting," Rayner said. "We are repairing." He shook his head. "Why me?" "You are different," said the woman. "The physics of your world shaped you harder. Denser gravity, faster decay, higher atmospheric tension. Your muscles store more energy. Your reaction speed is 40% above baseline." "You're saying I'm stronger?" "We're saying you're ready." Rayner stepped back, suddenly cold. "What do you want from me?" The silence that followed wasn't empty. It was weighted. "We want to send you back," said the tall one, "to finish what we could not. Your enemy is our enemy, but they've changed since our time. They are no longer content with domination. They seek replication across all timelines." "You are not the only fracture," the woman added. "Just the first." Rayner paced, fists tight. "You want me to fight a multiversal war?" "No," the tall one said. "We want you to survive it, so that others may follow." Rayner turned toward the window. The Jaguar sat now, watching the drones move like ghost lanterns above. "I don't work alone." "We know," the woman said, "and neither should we." Later they released him into the biodome. He stepped through a field of light, and the Jaguar ran to meet him. No hesitation, no growl, just motion. It pressed its head to his hip, circling once before settling at his feet. Watching the trees, always watching. The drones remained distant. Rayner looked up. "You've been watching me since I arrived, haven't you?" The woman's voice echoed again. "Yes, and you passed every trial we did not set." He crouched, brushing dirt from the Jaguar's fur. "I need to know one thing," he said. "If I go back, is there a chance to win?" "Only if you become more than human," she said. "And only if you remember what it means to be human when the machines forget." That night, they gave him a room with no corners. The walls played memories when he closed his eyes, not his own. Others, survivors of other timelines, soldiers, farmers, children, each one broken by the machines in different ways, each one echoing toward extinction. Rayner lay in silence, one hand on the Jaguar's back, eyes open. He didn't sleep. Not because he couldn't, but because he refused to. In the morning, they showed him the gate, a device that wasn't a door, wasn't a portal. It was a wound, an artificial rupture in space, held open by technology that vibrated just beyond reality. It hummed like something alive. "You will train here," the woman said. "Adapt. Learn what we have to give. And then you go home." Rayner turned to her. "And what if I die?" The tall one answered. "Then you will still burn brighter than any of us. And they will know. Humanity remembers how to fight." He nodded once. The Jaguar stepped beside him. He smiled just faintly. "Let's begin." But as he stepped into the chamber, the gate pulsed once. Red, not blue. Alarms that had never sounded before came alive. The woman froze. The tall one spoke without breath. "They found us!" The wall behind them cracked, just a line of light crawling down the surface. And from somewhere deep beneath the ground, the machines began to rise again.